Mistakes were definitely made on this one. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? It's coffee time. It's sunburn story time. All of the things, and I'm gonna tell you about the mistakes that you're making with your gear today. And hopefully, after this, you're gonna be able to find the good gear on your account. I'm very excited about sharing this with you because this is advice that I give to a lot of people when they get coaching sessions through me. We do the coaching sessions live on stream all the time. I think it's the most valuable thing that I offer to everybody. If you would like to book a coaching session with me, just go through the website, message me on Discord, whatever the case might be. Always looking to help people out with this game. So, without further ado, we have another gear enhancement event. Okay, and if you're doing the fusion, which I think you should be, he's very good. I think this is a good addition for every single account, and you're gonna have a gear enhancement event regardless at some point. This is how this is how I think you should approach it. Number one, depending on how much silver you have and how good the rewards are, will tell you how much you should care. But always getting like these first two rewards, always a good idea. And then depending on what the rest of the event looks like, will determine like how much you should do it. For the fusions, it's just kind of a thing that you have to do, but I like that it's a thing that you have to do because it's so important for your account growth. All right, so whenever you're going to come in here for an artifact enhancement event, my recommendation is two parts, okay? And before we get into it, okay, what had happened was yesterday we went to the park as a family, and we took the little foster boy, my little boy, and one of my older boys came with. And so by the time we got to the park, it was a bit of a drive. It was like 45 minutes away from my current house is the park that I grew up at. So it was like a fun little thing. But both of the little boys were asleep. So my older son and I went to play tennis, which he's pretty good at tennis. He plays varsity tennis, but I'm getting better. I'm getting a little bit better, and I'm able to keep up with him pretty well. He did beat me, but it was close. Anyway, I was out in the sun for a couple hours, and as you can see, I can't do that without wearing sunscreen. So anyway, now back to the gear. So when you're coming in here, there's two things that I recommend doing. I recommend building a new champion. That would be the first thing. Like, you have leveled somebody up, you need to put gear on them. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Matthias. Okay. So, when you're doing that, you're going to look and you're going to say, okay, well, what do I need to gear him, right? I already have this one. Okay, I don't need to roll one up, right? Are we putting damage on him? I suppose. And that one looks great. Get that out of the way. He does need some accuracy, so I do an accuracy banner, right? Like, this is all of like the normal things that you would do while gearing a champion. But then let's say like when you're looking for your boots, you find maybe that you want a new set of speed boots, and you have just crafted some bolster gear or something, right? Or maybe you want to put them in stone skin, and you're like, okay, well, I need accuracy. I'm going to do crit rate gloves. Okay, then let me level up these boots and see how they roll. That's pretty normal, okay? I'll go ahead and finish the build in case you guys want to see what I'm randomly doing on Matthias. I'm not trying to say this is like the best build ever, but I'll show you what gear I'm putting on him. That's not the intention of the video, is like to explain gearing, but whenever you're doing a gear enhancement event, gearing champions is one of the main ways, okay? But that's not the focus of today's video. Okay, so for this build, I went 215, 244, a little bit of crit stats, a little bit of accuracy, and then when I go to actually use him somewhere, then I can, modify the build. I don't think he's going to be that important on my account. But the main thing that I always recommend for people to do is to come in here on your 6-star legendary and mythic gear and find all of the substat speed rolls that you haven't rolled yet. This is how you're going to get some of the gear in the image on the thumbnail. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the thumbnail right now, but theoretically, there's some good gear showing on the thumbnail. So I like to come in and roll all of these for my artifact enhancement events. And then what that allows me to do is have this gear ready to go when I need to gear a champion. And it also helps me get rid of the gear that is bad that I need to, the gear that's bad that I need to sell. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so how do you know if it's good or not? Well, if it gets a speed roll on 8 or 12, then that could be one that you want to hold on to. Like for this type of piece, this is a perfect example of a great mid-game piece. I would want at least a double speed roll here for me to keep this, but this is a great piece of gear here. What are the mistakes that you're going to make? Let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, so the number one mistake is just not rolling your gear, okay? And whenever you do roll your gear, what you're looking for is your speed rolls. That's how you want to start out this process, is looking for your speed rolls. And so what I do is I filter 6-star mythical and 6-star legendary substat speed. And then I'm going to go test roll all of this gear on my account. I'm looking for triple speed rolls on my account, but depending on your account progression, maybe you're looking for double speed rolls as like a basis. So determine what you need on your account and then look for that type of gear whenever you're rolling. You can also just be looking for the good stats that go alongside this. Let's take this helmet as a great example here. Okay, we got one roll in speed and then a triple HP. So with that, you could keep that maybe as a piece that you're going to use. For me, I'm just looking for the speed rolls. And a lot of times, obviously, what you're looking for are crit stats. So whenever we're rolling these pieces of gear, we can be looking for speed rolls and crit rolls. We oftentimes we're looking at flat stat gear with these substat speed rolls and looking to see if we get that triple or that quad speed. This is the process that I've used on my account for years in order to find all of my quad speed roll pieces and some of the other great gear pieces as well. I have probably it made it into the thumbnail. There's a flat HP pair of gloves in crit damage, and it's a quad speed. I've passed it around on my account for about 2 years now to so many different champions. And that is a great example of finding the good gear on your account. This process is something I recommend all the time on the live stream. So if you're one of my regulars, then you probably know this is my approach. But I think a lot of my subscribers do not do this whenever they are going to go roll gear. When I'm on people's accounts and I see the vast majority of the gear is not rolled, then I know that we're not looking for our good pieces of gear like this. And during clan versus clan is another great time to do this process. But obviously the artifact enhancement events is like an obvious one as well. You do get a ton of points for rolling gear during clan versus clan. So if you need extra points, you can go do this during that as well. You can obviously, keep gear that is going to be just good pieces. And if it has a speed roll on it, it is much more likely to be a good piece, even if it doesn't roll speed. Now we're getting into the Defiant set, and basically this is the gear that I've crafted from the last Forge Pass. We have the Righteous Forge Pass going on right now, and so then I'll do this again when I craft my Righteous gear in another couple of weeks. So this is like the results of the previous Forge Pass. You're seeing that right now. And I think that, no matter what, even if you're not using the set, you can be getting really good offset pieces. But both Defiant and Righteous are 2-piece sets, so it's pretty easy to squeeze that into a build. So as we wrap up this section, I just want to encourage you to roll some gear. And whether that's today or another day, I hope that you will take this process and apply it to your account so that you can find your good gear and not make this critical mistake. Like, the biggest mistake is people just not rolling their gear. You could say, not farming the right place, not forging. I mean, like, there's other things that you can do and say. But I think the only mistake that people are making that's really critical is not rolling their gear. So what do you think? Are you going to apply this? Do you like this strategy? And then obviously, if you're doing this during a gear enhancement event, you do want to come back over here and check to see how many points you've gotten, if you've maxed it out. Okay, I thought we did a little bit extra. And then as for the specific fusion, whenever you're getting those champions, you want to come over here and lock them. That way you can not sacrifice them accidentally. So if you want to know how my fusion is going, not the fragment fusion, the regular fusion, I do have the 1 copy of the epic from the Summon Rush. We have the champion chase tomorrow, so I'll be fusing these together. I have 2 more right here ready to go, so that's 3, and then I'll be getting the rest of those rares in the next couple of days. I want to finish this fusion early because I'm going out of town next week. So let me know what you think in the comments below. These are some ideas that I've mentioned here and there in other places, but I wanted to consolidate them all in one nice video for you guys. So let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video.